Have you ever wondered about the intricacies and complexities of the Iran-Israel standoff? A question that many of us may have pondered, yet the answers are as layered as the conflict itself. This standoff, a significant knot in the tapestry of global politics, is not a simple tale of two nations at odds. It's a saga interwoven with decades of historical context, diplomatic tensions, and geopolitical ramifications. Imagine a chessboard, with each move calculated, each strategy meticulously planned, and the entire world watching the game unfold. That's the Iran-Israel standoff for you, a high-stakes game of chess on the global platform, with each move impacting not just these two nations, but the global political landscape. As we journey through this narrative, remember, understanding such a conflict is like peeling an onion. Each layer reveals a new facet, a new perspective. So, buckle up and dive deeper with us as we unravel the timeline of this geopolitical entanglement. To understand the present, one must first journey through the past. So let's take a step back and delve into the key events that have shaped the Iran-Israel standoff. Our journey begins in 1979, a year that saw a seismic shift in Iranian politics. The Iranian Revolution ushered in a new era of Islamic fundamentalism, marking a significant turning point in Iran-Israel relations. What was once a cordial relationship suddenly took a dramatic turn, with Israel being viewed as an adversary. Fast forward a decade to the 90s, a period characterized by covert operations and clandestine activities. The tensions simmered under the surface, with both nations engaging in a silent war of espionage and subterfuge. The turn of the millennium brought with it an escalation in tensions. In 2005, Iran's controversial nuclear program became a global concern. Israel, fearing a nuclear-armed Iran, began advocating for international sanctions, further straining the relationship between the two nations. As we move into the 2010s, the conflict took on a new dimension with the advent of proxy wars. Iran and Israel began using third-party actors to wage their battles, notably in Syria and Lebanon. This period was marked by sporadic violence and occasional flare-ups, further compounding the standoff. The past few years have seen a series of escalating confrontations, with both nations resorting to increasingly aggressive tactics. The assassination of Iran's top nuclear scientist in 2020 and the subsequent attacks on Israeli vessels in 2021 are clear indicators of this escalating trend. Through this journey, it becomes evident that the Iran-Israel standoff is not a simple conflict. It's a labyrinth of political intrigue, covert operations, and proxy wars stretching over 4 decades. And while we've covered key events, it's important to note that this is a conflict with deep roots and many layers, each adding to the complexity of the situation. This timeline paints the picture of a conflict fraught with complexities and ever-changing dynamics. Now that we've journeyed through the timeline of the Iran-Israel standoff, what are the key points to remember? Firstly, it's crucial to recognize the historical roots of this conflict, which date back many decades. The strained relationship has not developed overnight, but rather, it's a culmination of years of political, religious, and territorial disputes. Secondly, the role of global powers in this standoff cannot be overlooked. Many nations have a vested interest in the Middle East, and their actions and policies often fan the flames of this enduring conflict. Thirdly, the Iran-Israel standoff has far-reaching implications beyond the borders of these two nations. It affects global politics, economies, and even the stability of the entire Middle East region. Lastly, the situation is fluid and ever-changing. International diplomacy and internal political shifts continue to shape the dynamics of this standoff. Remember, understanding the Iran-Israel standoff is understanding a piece of the global geopolitical puzzle.